See, we got a couple people in here. How's it going, Kenny? How's it going, Spurfy? What have you guys been up to? Yes, I'm alive. How's it going? Pretty good. Well, it's been better, but after that loss last night, that was pretty rough, huh? That's all screwed up here. Yeah, that game last night, that was pretty rough. So, anyhow, what I've been up to lately, not much fishing. That's kind of why I've been off the YouTube here. Um, Not much fishing. The bites really slowed down, and I screwed up my back. I've been going to the chiropractor consistently, like 3 days a week for the last like 3 weeks now. Um, Getting a little bit better as far as that goes. This next week might get or this coming week actually, uh, later on this week might get out back on the ice and try to get a video for you guys. Not 100% sure on that yet though. We did go out to the ice fishing contest a couple weeks ago, and that was a bust. There was a lot of people out there, and we had a group. I forget how many people were in our group, but we had 24 tip-ups in the water and sat for quite a few hours and didn't get one flag, and we didn't catch a fish in our whole group. So that was pretty straight across the board with a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people afterwards, and yeah, nobody was catching anything that day. Yeah, I watched Packer games. Back's been screwed up. I got a deal going with my truck now. I should be getting a new truck here, but it's kind of a problem right now with GM that they don't have new vehicles since they closed down because of COVID earlier on this year. Well, 2020 they closed down, so they don't have any inventory for 2021 vehicles right now. Trucks being one of them. The dealership that I always deal with, they have one half-ton truck on the lot and one 3/4-ton truck. I want a half-ton truck, and I want a Chevy, and the one that they got is a GMC. So yeah, that's definitely putting a damper on things. So Saturday, I believe, I have to go down to the dealership and actually make my truck online and have GM actually make it for me and send it to my dealership. And yeah, so I'll keep my truck a little bit longer than what I wanted to. So I've had tons of chiropractor appointments, and tomorrow I actually have another doctor's appointment, and then I'll have another doctor's appointment in about a month. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on here. Got to use the snow blower a little bit yesterday. We got like, I'd say 3 inches here. Saturday night. I got a new stereo for the garage. I was thinking about doing a video kind of showing that. Nothing spectacular anyways. Just an old Pioneer stereo receiver with some Kenwood speakers. It's a good garage stereo. Yeah, haven't been doing much fishing though. That's kind of the kicker. Fishing slowed down and my back screwed up and kind of took a break on it. We went out brown trout fishing. I don't know if I told you guys before I took the break that I was going to go brown trout fishing the one day. And then we went anyways. My buddy, he caught a little pike, and I didn't technically catch anything, but I did have a couple brown trout on. That the one I lost right at the hole. We were using the jaw jackers, and one of the exposed barbs out of its mouth caught the edge of the ice and took the hook out of its mouth anyways. But that was probably the biggest brown trout I've ever caught. That was, I bet you, around 25 inches. So yeah, that sucked anyways. Crappy day. But yeah, we're gonna get up. I think we're actually gonna do some pan fishing, believe it or not. Later this week, the spot we're going to is a good spot for panfish, and apparently good for pike too. So, you know me, I'm obviously gonna set some tip-ups. Good so far. That was a really rough game. Yeah, that was a rough game. Um, going to hurt for a while. You bet. It's kind of, you know, coming custom for a Packer fan to, we're spoiled, but, everybody says, oh, you could be a Bears fan or a Browns fan or a whatever fan, Lions fan, for example, where your team is kind of, used to not getting there, not even getting to the playoffs. Bears may not be a great example in that, Browns, Lions, Jets, some teams that don't quite get there, and so we get there every year. We get to the playoffs, but we lose, and I don't know that it's any easier, you know, getting this close to the Super Bowl all the time and losing. This is Rodgers alone. What was this? His fifth NFC Championship game, and he's only won one of them. First time it's ever been in Green Bay. The weather wasn't great yesterday for the game either. If it was a little colder and snowing or something, worse conditions, I think the Packers would have been a lot better off. But yeah, and you could point fingers at whose fault it was all day long. You could point them at Aaron Jones. You could point them at Kevin King. But it's like a handful of plays that decided the game. Those interceptions we didn't get any points on. But yeah, otherwise, it wasn't that bad of a game. Kevin King got burnt on a couple plays. Aaron Jones had a couple bad plays. And that was pretty much the deciding factor. Yeah, the bite sucks for the last 2 weeks. That's why I haven't filmed anything. Yeah, same here. My back obviously is part of the reason I haven't been going out. But yeah, the bite's been so bad. I went to the Mighty Pete on Saturday with fishing tips and caught my first walleye through the ice in over 20 years. That was it. There you go. At least you got one. How are you feeling? I'm not too bad now. I sit down. Well, my back is what I'm referring to anyways. I sit down, and if I lay down, I'm fine. If I stand up, I'm fine for a while. But if I sit down like this within 15 minutes or so, my back starts bugging me. It's not nearly as bad as what it was. I'd say 3 weeks ago was probably the worst my back was. I couldn't hardly stand it. It's the worst back pain I've ever had in my life. And I have no idea why it happened. It just started happening. So I've been going to the chiropractor. How's it going, Jeff Craig? Mark, you can't be a Bears fan. No, the Bears still suck. Unless you were dropped on your head as a kid, yeah. So has anybody been out catching anything lately? Oh, other news too. I got my hunter safety finally after 32 years. Took my hunter safety class online. So I should be doing some deer hunting this next year. Kind of the kicker of it is I can't really afford to spend the money on deer hunting right now. As you guys know, I lost my job and because of my MS and my FMLA time right now. You guys know the story, but so I don't really have the money. Like, I don't own a deer rifle. I don't own any orange. I don't own a trail cam. I don't own a tree stand. I don't own anything. I got a pair of binoculars, and that's it. I got a warm pair of boots. So yeah, it kind of sucks that I don't have the money for that type of stuff. So hopefully, I don't know, I want to get out. I like eating venison. I like to get venison in the freezer for my family to eat. In past years, as you guys know, I've relied on other people to get me a deer, and some people are happy to do it. But it could be the same for a lot of people too. A lot of people don't see deer. So to get a deer is usually, we're lucky to get one from somebody that's willing to give us one. I usually pay for somebody's tag or whatever if they're willing to shoot me one. So that's one of the things. I gotta get back on the old YouTube here. They don't pay much, but I want to use some of that money to save up and put towards a rifle and something. I gotta find a spot to hunt too. I don't have really anywhere to hunt. I could hunt probably where my dad does, but there's not a lot of room there. My brother hunts there too, and there's only 15 acres, so that poses a challenge for sure. So yeah, I want to save some of the YouTube money. We don't get many on here very often, but there's a super chat option here on the chat that the money goes directly to me for that. If you guys are willing to use that at some point, usually people, like the super chat feature on YouTube here is more of a thing where like big YouTubers, they got live streams with like 1,000 people in there or something, and the YouTuber only reads off the super chats because that's the only thing he has time to read. So that's the way that works, anyways. Got a couple perch. Slow bite though. Yeah, that's what I hear from a lot of people. Bite is just slow right now, and like I said, I haven't been out in a couple weeks, but I've been hearing that a lot for the last month, at least. Going to a tournament this weekend. Where's the tournament at? Well, the last 2 weekends caught 3 gills. Yeah, that's rough. That makes it hard to want to get out. Stay motivated to get back out there. That makes it tough when you're sitting out there all day, and that's fishing, but yeah, it definitely kind of ruins your motivation. So, what kind of vehicle do you guys drive? You guys got trucks, I assume, most of you. Um, you guys have anything newer that you might recommend? I'm looking for, well, I'd like Chevy, so I'd like to stick with Chevy, but I haven't really decided yet, and I gotta figure it out here within the next couple days what I want to get. But it kind of throws a curveball in there how much I want to spend too. I want to get a Trail Boss, but I gotta have a crew cab for the kid in the back seat. I gotta have a crew cab. We're kind of over the double cab, that it doesn't really work with a big car seat in the back. So let me know if you guys got any recommendations as far as that goes. What kind of crew cab truck I should go with. Gonna go look for a good fishing boat. Yeah, I wish I had one. I used to have one, but I never used it, and a lot of times I say I wish I had one, but really I probably wouldn't use it if I had one. You have a GMC Denali 1500, really comfy. We took it to Texas. Okay, yeah, that was one of the trucks. That's the one truck that they have on the lot down there is a GMC Elevation, actually. And I don't know, I wasn't sold on it, just because it's a GMC, so it's a little fancier than a Chevy, I suppose they say, a little more expensive. But to pay that extra price and the options that came with that evolution or elevation, uh, just weren't that great. So I'd rather get a Chevy and pay the extra money for options rather than just paying for the name as far as that truck goes. Anyways, I know Denali's are really nice, but yeah, that elevation just wasn't sticking out to me. For the elevation, I could have got a Trail Boss for pretty much the same price, and the Trail Boss has got way more things than the elevation did. Comes with a 2-inch lift, dirt track tires, um, automatic locking rear diff, all kinds of stuff. I just drive a little Toyota Tacoma. Okay. That's probably the thing to have here pretty soon. The gas prices are going to be going sky high. About a '09 Silverado past March, and you love it? Okay. Go Cab for sure. Yeah, I have to. It's going to be your next truck is the Trail Boss. That's what I'm leaning towards is the Trail Boss. Um, I don't know. I kind of just want to get a Z71 just because it's going to be cheaper, but I want the Trail Boss, and it sounds like my wife wants me to get the Trail Boss. But and who knows? Um, for the price I'm paying now for my truck, and I have to go up to a crew cab, so it's probably not going to be that much different in payments. Just going up to the crew cab anyways. So I mean, I'm sure the Trail Boss is going to be just a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to be much more of a payment than what a regular Z71 crew cab would be. And it's kind of confusing adding the you got to build the truck online. I've been trying to do it, but you go to add, like I want a new tonneau cover because I'm going to get a short bed instead of a standard. So it's like 5.5 feet for 6.5 feet, something like that, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So my tonneau cover on my truck won't go over to it because it's going to be too big. So to add like the tonneau cover, and it comes with side steps or whatever too, which Trail Boss would be 2-inch lift, so it'd be kind of nice to have side steps on there for certain people. And you add that on, but then they don't offer a spray and bed liner, which doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know. It's something that I'm gonna have to build on Saturday with the sales manager, anyways. And like the truck that I have now is a midnight edition. They don't offer those anymore. Otherwise, that's what I'd get, no question. But so like my truck has Duratrack tires on there. The only truck that they sell now that has Duratrack tires on it is the Trail Boss. So I mean, it's kind of a confusing time to get a truck. Like Chevy have so many different editions, they call them, that it's kind of hard to keep track of which ones they are and which ones they're doing this year that are new and which ones they aren't doing anymore, and it's confusing. You hear that farting dog walking around? Yeah, he's sniffing, probably trying to find a spot to fart. Cousin had to build his truck last fall. Yeah, it's tough. They make it sound like it's happening to a lot of people. They want a certain thing and they're not getting it. And I'm not just gonna go, spend all kinds of money on a truck that I'm not happy with. I want what I want. Get stuck with something that you're not happy with. There ain't no point in it. Wanted a truck for years, never been able to afford one. Closest I came was Durango. Yeah, Durangos are nice too. A buddy of mine just bought a Durango that was a couple years old. I see Dodge just put a Hellcat engine in their minivan, so there's that. I get a kick out of Dodge. They put those big engines in almost anything. It's goofy, like Ford and Chevy are building electric vehicles and moving towards the future, and Dodge is just like throw a Hellcat engine in the minivan. Yeah, car dealership lots are empty. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The dealership that I always go to, they have two new trucks on the lot. I believe they got some used ones, but 2 new ones. Normally they got 20, 30 new ones. So yeah, it's and before when I got my truck, I told him what I wanted, and he didn't have it there, but he could have it to me within a week. Any truck I wanted within a week. This was a few years ago, and now I gotta build a truck, and then I gotta wait 10 weeks before they build it and ship it. So hey, I'm gonna get lower miles on it then, anyways. I would like to get the 6.2 liter in it, but I mean, I don't really. It'd be nice to have the 6.2, but I don't really need it. The 5.3 is just fine, but yeah, and it's like almost $2,000 more, so I don't think I'll opt for that. Harder on gas too, and like I said, gas prices are going to go up. They already are going up. I think they're where I'm at is like 30 cents higher than it was election day already. I see some towns around, seeing people posting on Facebook that gas where they're at is like taking jumps like 15 cents a day. Yep, gas is going up constantly. That's the world we're going to live in here pretty soon. $4 a gallon gas is on the horizon again. So it's probably not even smart to get a truck. I mean, I really don't drive that much though, so it's probably not that big of a deal. But yeah, with me not working now and my wife working from home, we don't drive a ton. Another thing we got to do coming up here too is we're going down to the Dells here, um, in about a month, something like that. Your 6.2 gets 23 miles per gallon highway. That's pretty good. Yeah, I see that's around what they get. Um, and the Trail Boss is going to be worse, anyways. It's having a 2-inch lift and dirt track tires. I notice a big difference between this Midnight Edition truck that I have now with dirt track tires. My last Silverado was a 15 with all-terrain tires on it. And these dirt tracks, they get a lot worse gas mileage. It's still pretty good. I think on average, I probably in the summertime I get 22, 23 average, but yeah, my last truck it was probably like 24, 25 average. My best in this truck is like 27 for a 25-mile average, but in my last truck I don't remember what it was, but it was better definitely without those dirt track tires. So the Trail Boss is going to be a lot worse having a 2-inch lift and those dirt track tires, and it doesn't have the air dam on the front and all that for better ground clearance. So yeah, it's going to be a little worse anyways. Would have been nice to win the 800 million megabucks last week. Yeah, it sure would have. Wouldn't have to worry about money to buy all my stuff for deer hunting that I need. My Jeep Cherokee gets 19 in the winter on a good day, 25 in the summer on a good day. Yeah, that's pretty good. I see Wisconsin Outlook. He's not in here yet tonight, but I see he changed the name of his YouTube channel. I haven't seen him post anything either, but I did notice he changed the name of his channel the other day. Here's the farting dog. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end of our time here. If anybody's got any more questions, feel free to ask away. Be trying to get some more videos uploaded for you guys at some point this week here. I'm going to try starting to record some more. I don't know what they're going to be yet, so don't be disappointed if you don't see anything, but yeah, I could probably make a video too kind of discussing what's been going on, because obviously a lot of people aren't in the chat here. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping in. We'll see you guys again next week.